Welcome to the shipping container Haymow. I'll open her up, show you inside, and then we'll discuss how this is going to be finished off and turned into both shelter, tack room, and a haymow. Stick around. Okay, these shipping containers can be difficult to open. Some are, some aren't. This one absolutely is. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too jarring. These get quite warm in the summer, and this is an exceptionally warm summer. So what we have here is a standard 20-foot shipping container, and it's on concrete pads to keep it from punching into the ground. We painted the outside with a Sherwin-Williams. Well, before we painted the outside, we took a DeWalt oscillating tool and scraped all of the stickers off of it. Most of the writing on these containers is stickers, and if you just paint over them, you can still see them. They really stick out. Depending on the angle of the sun, I mean, they can be very noticeable. So I forget what this one said, Hyundai or something like that, but there's pretty much no trace of it anymore. I did see just a little faint, yeah, you could see a little faint trace of a triangle there, but that's no big deal, and some numbers here. And I'm really not sure why that is. We hired we had a kid do this work for us because we were so busy. So, first thing we did was scraped off those stickers. Then we wire brushed it to remove the bulk of any rust, like the blistering rust. Then we painted it with Rust-Oleum primer, and then finally we picked out a Sherwin-Williams color that matched our house. I'm not sure if you can get a real decent color idea from the house to here. Both the blue and the black, or eggshell or whatever it is. I didn't want anything shiny down here. But this is a oil-based exterior paint that they say was good for painting metal, and it really was. There's still no sign of rust coming through. So real good preparation. And then we had somebody that we know that does painting come and do it with a gun. And the roof is painted real good, and this is probably the only spot where the paint is failing, and we'll actually have to get in and touch it up. You don't want it to go on too long. Inside, we did pretty much nothing. We are waiting on the phase 2 of this, when electricity is added, a roof is added, and the other parts of it. But until then, it serves as a functioning haymow. But unfortunately, we have saddles and a bunch of horse product. We have fencing here. This was, one of the only places we could store some construction lumber. Barn line there. Treats and all kinds of stuff. They're brushes, and so it's a storage area for all kinds of stuff. All of the tack and the supplies need to get out of here. Well, everything needs to get out of here. And then we're going to add some kind of a flush 12-volt light. I believe 12 volts is the way to go, but I might find differently. But we're going to do a solar battery operated lights in here, and possibly an outdoor light. And also, like the other Haymow, we're going to cut doors into it. I'm not 100% exactly sure where all that's going because I haven't finalized the design yet. I sketched out some stuff, but I'm going to do it on computer, the final design. We need a tack room down here because the round pen is right here. And I don't really want to build a second tack room, freestanding tack room, because that takes up space, and there's not a huge amount of space here. There's plenty of space this is a dry lot. So as a dry lot, there's plenty of space. It goes on back there, and you could see that in another video, one of the tour of the land videos. But I want it as compact as possible. So I want to connect the dry lot to the Haymow. I'm not exactly sure if I want to come off the back with the tack room and then make this entire I'd say it's probably 28 feet, somewhere around there, if there's a tack room back here. If I want to put a roof over that entire distance, or if I want to put the tack room coming off of the front of this, have the tack room come off this way, and use that as the wind block. The predominant winter wind direction is from that way, and the summer wind and rain is predominantly from that way to that way. So I need to have something to block the wind. If this blocks the wind from this way, they can go around on the other side if they want to get out of the wind. And then have a roof over their head right here. And how I want to do that is by putting some, I don't even know what to call them, but I would have some long 4x4s or 4x6s that I would mount right to the corners, and then put some spacers in the middle, and do that on both sides, and then run trusses over the top. I would probably only need one on each end and two in the middle, and do it like a pole barn. Put purlins down the middle and put tin on the top. The tack room would be built like a pole building as well, but possibly sitting on the ground, sitting on the pads. The nice thing about the containers is their portability, and I don't really want to lose that. If the tack room is sitting on pads and has like a wooden frame running around, then the tack room could be moved at a future date as well, if this whole thing needs to be disassembled at some point and the area changed. We like to keep our options open. This is not bolted to the ground, it's just set here. We've already removed our other shipping container once and may do it again. The other shipping container is a Haymow as well. And I do believe No, maybe I didn't do a video on that. I'll have to show it. I did a video on the Frankenfeeder, which is part of that haymow. It's how you get the hay to the horses. But I don't think I did anything on the haymow itself. That one has electricity because it's up next to the shed, and I ran electricity in. This one will need to have solar because I'm not running electricity down here, and I'm not tapping in. There's an electrical box there, but if I tap into it, then I got to pay $35 a month just for the luxury of having lights down in this haymow. That's not happening. These fences or gates, if you want to see what's going on with them, that's in another video as well. So that's about it for this one. That's a couple of the options. The shipping containers are great for temporary or long-term storage of hay. We've had no problems with it. It doesn't get super moist in here. The vents up here keep it ventilated. If you keep the doors closed, they're bug and vermin free. So they make a great hay storage area. And I believe if all of this stuff is out of here, all of the tack and all the other junk, I believe they hold, of this size bale, I believe it's about 120, but don't quote me on that. As soon as we get this cleaned out, we can give you a tally on how many bales fit in here. I mean, the bales are all slightly different sizes, but they look like they're, maybe 18 by a foot, by 3 feet. I don't know, somewhere around there. They're not very big. But two of these haymows, this one and the one up in the other dry lot, two of these filled with hay is easily enough for the horses for the winter. So I would say one container will hold enough hay for one horse for one winter. And that's Wisconsin, southwest Wisconsin winter. Your winter may be drastically different. Oh, there's a horse right there, eating grass, and we need him to eat this hay and a little bit of hay in the upper haymow. They actually really like to eat it in the summer, but we have to get rid of this stuff because we got new hay coming, some nice fresh second cut. So while they're eating on the pastures any hay that they want to eat, we'd like to get rid of this older stuff. So that's about it for the shipping container haymow. I'll post other videos, especially a little later in the year. We're not going to be able to get to this year, but when I get the rest of it designed, I will put the design online. And like I said, I'm leaning towards coming right off of this with a tack room that comes out as far as I want the run-in. I want the run-in, what did we do? About 10 feet, I think. 8 to 10 feet. So the horses can easily get up underneath it for inclement weather. And the tack room itself is a wind block. And then what I will do is have 2 large doors that open up so that the room is pretty much exposed, and it won't be a door where you walk in. Opening up the doors will expose all of your stuff. That way I don't have to make it as wide. I can probably go about 4 feet and then still have 16 feet of of run-in for the horses to get in. So that's a rough overview of the plan. And again, I'll post the design online so you can duplicate it if you want. And that'll wrap up this video. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and also click on the little bell for notifications, and you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day.